Hi Virgo, this is your May 2018 reading with the Astro. Thank you for all the subscriptions this last month, likes and comments. I tried to do this video about 7 times, honestly. I sent my phone to be fixed, and I had to reinstall the SD card and to remount it, and I didn't realize that. And so my videos were not recording, and everything that could possibly go wrong was going wrong. Anyway, let's jump into the astrology and then into the tarot reading. So Virgo, I'm a Virgo as well, so I can really tell you some of my juicy stories as well. I can really identify with you and the reading this month. So Virgo, on the 16th of May, the 16th of May is a big day for you. You have your new moon in your 9th house of deeper learning and deeper understanding. You'll possibly meet people who speak different languages, different people of different ethnicities, people of different family backgrounds from you, different religious affiliations from you. You might meet somebody who's interested in you around this time, of a foreign or a different background than you. It doesn't have to be foreign, but it's like somebody who you're going to teach you something, who's very learned. Also, if you're trying to go back to school, this is a time where news may come in for you that you might receive an acceptance. This day is also a pertinent day for you because Uranus in Taurus, which is also in your 9th house, Uranus is moving into your 9th house. Uranus was in your 8th house for 7 years, and now it's moving into your 9th house, which means for 7 years you will have, out of the blue, meeting foreign people, traveling to foreign places, going to conferences, and that's going to open your mind and change your perspective and open your perspective on life. So that's basically what's happening for you, Virgo. It's really like a big month and a big 7 years of deeper learning, deeper understanding, changing the way you do things spiritually, romantically, and in every aspect of your life, because you're just going to be broadening your horizons and broadening the way you think. I've dated a Sagittarius, and the 9th house relates to Sagittarius. And that person was very open-minded. So I could only imagine what we Virgos will be experiencing this month and in the next 7 months. Sorry about this, my little boo-boo is in the background. For everybody who viewed my April video, I did speak about Virgos going through Saturn in the 5th house, especially in the retrograde, which is all about, well, in my case, learning to deal with children. And my boo-boo is 2 years old, and so me having to learn to deal with that, and also doing this creative pursuit that I'm trying to do. So astrology is life, and you're actually seeing me experiencing it while trying to film the video. I hope you could appreciate, and hopefully it won't be too much of a distraction for you. Let me try to get him something. So Virgo, aside from other 9th house energy, you have a full moon on the 29th of May, the end of the month, in your 4th house. So we have climaxes in your area of boundaries, standards, and your home family life. So basically, Virgo, you've just experienced over the past 3 years, from 2014 to 2017, where Saturn was in your 4th house. So you've basically learned all the lessons that Saturn has to teach in terms of your 4th house. Setting boundaries, setting standards with people, self-care. And so right now, with a full moon in your 4th house, we have the energy of, again, learning how to set boundaries. Maybe somebody might come in who you may have to set a boundary with. Or it could manifest positively where you decide, okay, well, let me get my nails done, or let me get a haircut for the guys in the audience. Let me get my nails, let me get my hair cut, let me pamper myself, let me get myself an outfit. So at the end of the month, you're taking care of yourself, and whether that's psychologically, and you making sure that you set boundaries with people, or actually you just taking care of your physical body. It's you taking care of yourself. Now, it could also mean that there might be a new member of the family, whether it's in your own immediate circle or your extended circle. You might decide to form a new relationship with somebody, because from a grown point of view, your home is also your spouse. So you might form a long-lasting love relationship around this time as well. Now, last month in April, I failed to mention that Pluto was going retrograde and Chiron was changing signs. So Pluto is going retrograde in your 5th house, the same as Saturn going retrograde in your 5th house as well. But Pluto means transformation and power dynamics. So in your 5th house, we're talking about power dynamics in your romantic relationships. We're talking about transformation in your romantic relationships, transformation in the way you value yourself, power dynamics in the way you value yourself based on other people's value of you and other people's value of themselves. We're also talking about transformation and change when it comes to children. So we're talking about if you wanted to start a family, that might be coming to fruition for you. While Pluto is in the 5th house, and while it's retrograding the 5th house, because it's going back to claim what it did not learn properly. So maybe if you were thinking of having kids and it's not been working out for you, then you may decide, okay, well, you need to go to the doctor to get help with that. So from a retrograde perspective, it helps you to revisit other ways and other opportunities and other avenues that you have not yet sought out. And Chiron, changing signs from Pisces into Aries, we're talking about healing wounds as it has to do with power dynamics, as it has to do with other people's money. So Virgo, I don't know about you, well, I do know about you, but I've been going for lots of power dynamics because Uranus was in the 8th house over the past 7 years. Now it's moving away from that into the 9th house. But now Chiron is going into the 8th house. So we're talking about all the power struggles that Virgo has gone through over the past 7 years. I've gone through issues, power struggles in terms of my romantic relationship, in terms of work relationships, friendships, and everything, because me as a Virgo, I needed to learn my value, needed to learn my strength. I needed to understand that no matter what the conversation is, everyone in the conversation has power. And what separates the winner from the loser in the power struggle is the person who is able to articulate what they're saying properly, or the person who is able to be more aggressive and more forceful. And so, and somebody who's also very self-reflective and is very quick with voicing their opinion. And for me, where I used to fail at winning power struggles, I had to think about it because I was not in the fighting mode 24/7. I never had to deal with that. And so it was really hard for me to win fights or power struggles in romantic situations in the workplace. And I felt like everybody was taking advantage of me, and I was having like a victim mentality until I realized, wow, this happens everywhere. Everybody wants to win their argument. Everybody wants their way. Everybody's selfish. And me as a Virgo, I'm selfless. And so everybody's getting everything that they want, and I'm not getting what I want. And so I had to really learn that it's not all about love. It's not all about love for others, but it's also about love for yourself. It's also about power. It's also about strength. that is also part of life. And if you're not standing in your power, then somebody else will be standing in your power. Somebody else will be standing in their own power at the expense of yours. Now, you won't win all the time, but you should be winning 50% of the time. You should be, and if you're winning 75% of the time, then hooray for you. And this is where we would like to be. We would like to be in the winning side of things and not the losing side of things. At least not every time. And so Chiron, so we've gone through power struggles with Uranus, spontaneously bringing in power struggles our way in romantic relationships, in friendships, in career, in every aspect of our lives. Now Chiron is coming in to heal. Because now, after 7 years of constantly fighting, constantly being on guard, constantly trying to memorize your points so you're able to fight your point of view so you can win the debate, now Chiron is coming in to heal all the issues that you've gone through over the 7 years and all the issues that you've gone through in your childhood, as it deals with other people, other people's money, and as it has to deal with power and power struggles. So Chiron will really be putting a more holistic picture on power struggles, a more holistic picture on other people and other people's money. And so that you'll not always be in your fighting spirit, so that you'll not always feel challenged when these power struggles come in. But to understand that it's a natural part of life. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. You don't have to stay in your fighting spirit all the time. You don't have to allow people to take advantage of you, or you do not have to be taking advantage of people all the time. But just really learning how to balance other people in terms of power, in terms of money dynamics. This could also deal with how you deal with banking institutions and insurance institutions as well. So you will receive healing in all these aspects. So that whatever wounds that you've had, because I know I've had them, because Uranus being in your 8th house also gave you wounding in terms of intimate relationships and betrayals. And if you're still carrying those wounds around, Chiron is going to come in with a plaster for these wounds to help you to nurse these wounds, help you to understand where the other person was coming from, help you to understand that nobody is really trying to hurt you as much as they're trying to do good for themselves. And so what's happening with everyone is everyone is selfish. And you, Virgo, depending on what your ascendant is or your moon sign is, you Virgo are really selfless, and you don't really understand the selfish concept. And I think Chiron is coming in to really help you to understand that people are selfish, and it is not bad to be selfish or selfful. It's not bad to take care of yourself. It's not bad to value yourself above others or equally as others. And it's actually a waste of your life to be giving to other people more than you give to yourself. Because I was listening to an Iyanla Van Zandt video, which basically said that not taking care of you is like not taking care of God in your life. Because you are a representation of God in your life. Now, if you do not believe in God, basically what I'm trying to say to you is you are a representation of the divine, of the universe. You are sacred. And if you're not taking care of yourself and you're taking care of others, you're saying that they're more sacred than you. And how can that be? We're all equally sacred. And you are actually responsible to take care of yourself. Nobody else is responsible for taking care of you. So you need to do a very good job at taking care of you. And Chiron will really help you to work through those issues of why you've been giving other people your power, how to heal those wounds, how to love yourself, and how to move on. I think I kind of got lost and probably went off on a tangent with that one, But I'll jump into the tarot reading, and I hopefully you enjoyed the astro segment. Thank you. Hang on. So Virgo, for your tarot reading, we have the situation as justice. So if you felt like you've been wronged in the past, you will receive justice. I also get the feeling like this is you, Virgo, sitting on your throne. This is you feeling like you've gotten to a place where you've wanted to be after so much challenges or so many challenges, that you're now in a good place and you're sitting on your throne feeling beautiful like a Libra. What we have crossing you, Virgo, is the Ten of Swords. So you may have ended a career situation or a romantic situation and may not be dealing with it very well. Now that ending could have been because of betrayal also. And what I'm seeing is in the distant past, you may have been seesawing on a few ideas of possibly how to handle this betrayal or how to handle this ending, or if to end the situation. And so you're probably wondering if to end it and how to end it. And because you decided to end it, and in whatever way you decided to end it, you brought value to yourself and possibly self-respect to yourself, because you ended something that was bringing you down, something that was not adding value to your life, either monetarily, from a psychological perspective, because material gain is important, but also intrinsic gain is important, just as important. In the present, Virgo, what is Maxie making up? So in the present, Virgo, we see that you're really contemplating self-respect, contemplating how to handle situations, how you've handled situations in the past, and how you're handling this ending that happened to you recently. And in the future, we see you have lots of options coming in for you, lots of ideas happening for you as well. And why is he making so much noise? I'm sorry. So Virgo, we see in your future that you have lots of ideas floating in your mind on how to handle situations differently in the future, and how rewarding it has been to handle the situation of an ending or situation of betrayal, how it was very instrumental and rewarding the way you handled it, and you're now thinking of new ideas as you move forward to deal with issues like that in terms of your relationship or in your career, because the Hierophant is definitely in terms of marriage or the status quo, which could be your career as well. You see that you're waiting and you're looking and you're observing and you're waiting for value, or you're waiting for your own, pondering on ways to grow your own value, to develop your own value. And as you're taking a journey, and this all points to the 9th house placements that you have in astrology, you're taking a journey, a new journey. It may actually be a journey in your mind as much as it could be an actual physical journey. But what you're scared of is the conflict that you might have, the conflict that you may have with your old thoughts, the old friends, your old romantic interests, your old ideas and beliefs, with your new ideas and beliefs, new romantic interests, your new friends. So that's what you're having conflict in your mind to integrate the old and the new. You're growing, but you also want to remain yourself, and you want to remain true to yourself. And so There's a conflict there for you, and there's a fear of conflict happening externally for you as well. And we see here that somebody's going to be offering you something. Somebody's going to be possibly offering you a romantic relationship, because there's lots of 5th house placements happening for the next couple of months, and that's being revisited. And we do see new options in marriage here. Now, Cups is all about romantic relationships. So somebody offering you, there might be lots of romantic options coming up for you, Virgo. And possibly even a marriage proposal coming up for you as well. So Virgo, in summary, you've received justice, or you will receive justice for whatever ending happened to you, whatever betrayal happened to you, or the person received justice by you ending the relationship, the career situation. They received justice because they did not honor you, but you are honoring you, and the decision that you made to honor you is the right one, because it's going to bring in more wealth and more self-respect your way. Because of these new ideas that you're learning, you're really thinking and pondering of new ways of handling things and how it's going to work in the grand scheme of things, in terms of all these options and choices that you have in terms of career and romantic relationships. Again, you're really pondering on your value and your self-respect. I believe this has to do with all your 5th house placements happening. And you're definitely going on a journey of the mind, or actually a physical journey for some Virgos. And there's conflict for you, in summary, because the old way of doing things is definitely going to contradict some of the new ways that you're learning how to do things. So the new and the old are contradicting themselves, and you in your head are fearing how to really deal with that and how to handle that. And somebody is going to offer you a romantic relationship, so look out for that. It could be a foreigner because of all the 9th house placements you have in the astrology. So Virgo, I hope that you liked the reading. I hope my little bubba making noise didn't affect the reading too much. I did do this video about 7 times, but the message is still the same. Virgo, you really have a good month ahead of you, a good next 7 years ahead of you as well. Take care of yourselves. Hope to see you next month. If you want to find out about Jupiter retrograde, which is going to be happening for the next couple of months, and Saturn retrograde, please look at my April video. It will be in the description box below. Take care of yourself. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.